Okay, hello everybody, once again to Max Reviews, and we got announced MCU Phase 6 3 projects in there, so there's a few missing gaps here in the MCU. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they said that there's 3 more. One is going to be in Phase 5, so that it brings us up to, they said 11 MCU projects that aren't announced until the multiverse saga is over. So I'm going to be discussing some theories and things that I think could potentially be these few slots. I'm just going to discuss these and maybe the one in Phase 5. I think there's going to be some stuff after Secret Wars. There was confirmed maybe after. But it's going to be a pretty crazy next 3 years. And I wanted to go through the stuff. Some of it's going to be obvious. Some stuff's going to be a bit out there. But my thoughts on potential Phase 4 projects. And the first thing to talk about here is Armor Wars. This is very obvious. For Armor Wars, it sort of disappeared when they were announcing stuff. It's not going to be in Phase 5, apparently. It might be, but they didn't really announce it. They said February 2023, I think. No, 2024. Something was missing. And so Armor Wars has potential because it's still supposed to be happening. Don Cheadle's still supposed to be doing it. And I was sort of looking forward to it, but there's two things here. Either Armor Wars is canceled or Armor Wars is going to happen. So I think it's still going to happen. Armor Wars is the most obvious one there. It's simple. It's easy. It's just Armor Wars. So would I enjoy Armor Wars? So sounds okay. Sure. But, since they didn't announce it, it gets me a bit curious. Why? Why has it got to be Phase 6? Why not keep it in Phase 5? Next thing, this one is also obvious, Deadpool 3. If you were checking out Disney Plus, they added Deadpool 1 and 2 to it just this past 3 days. And so I think they're going to do a Deadpool 3. They've already confirmed there's writers on it. They're trying to get a director and stuff, I think. And Ryan Reynolds is 100% coming back. So it's just a question of when it's coming out, not if it's coming out. Deadpool 3 is 100% going to be in one of those slots, if not Phase 5 slot, but it'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how the MCU takes care of Deadpool, and it better be rated R. But, yep, Deadpool 3, another obvious one that a whole bunch of people have been talking about. Looking forward to it. Next, we have Thor 5, people have been talking about. And this is an interesting one to me because we just got Thor Love and Thunder. And I'm pretty sure Taika Waititi said he's done. He might do another one, but I think he's done. So, for me, I didn't watch Thor Love and Thunder. I don't know how they're continuing the story or anything. But currently, I don't think Thor 5 is going to happen. And if it does, it's going to take a lot longer than Phase 6, I'm thinking. Other things, some sequels to shows, Season 2s of shows that we've gotten. We had the Ms. Marvel show, and that's potential we could get. Season 2 of Ms. Marvel. I would say I don't think that's going to happen yet. The Marvels is already confirmed. Some people are talking about it happening, but I don't think Ms. Marvel is going to happen yet. It might happen, say, after Phase 6, but I don't think Ms. Marvel is going to happen. Next one is Hawkeye Season 2, and Hawkeye Season 2, that's sort of being continued with Echo. I don't think we're getting a Hawkeye Season 2. The most likely out of all three of these is Moon Knight Season 2, which I would be looking forward to, but I don't really know if they're going to do a Moon Knight Season 2. They might do something else, and that something else might be the Midnight Suns. So the Midnight Suns is basically the team up of, I'm pretty sure it's Blade, there was, werewolf people, you get Moon Knight, you get, the darker quarters of the MCU, and you get them to team up. Midnight Suns, I think it probably will happen eventually. You have Ghost Rider in there, but I think it's more likely that we'll get Midnight Suns than Moon Knight Season 2. So I'll just say no to that. Midnight Suns is still potential for Phase 6. Next one, another obvious one, Spider-Man 4. Sorry, it's a pretty bad logo for Spider-Man 4, but wouldn't get another one. So Spider-Man 4, pretty obvious here. They set it up in Spider-Man No Way Home. Will it be as good as Spider-Man No Way Home? I do not think so, but I'm still going to look forward to it. Spider-Man 4 does have potential, and It could be really good. I'm interested to see who they get to direct it, and also that's about it. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 4. With how they ended things in No Way Home, there's so much potential for what you could do. Especially with Spider-Man freshman year, this could just work out great. Next one, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings 2, or the Legend of the Ten Rings show. I think either one is valid. Like, it's a medium one. I think the show for I keep trying to say Rings of Power, but no, the Legend of the Ten Rings show, I think is more likely than Shang-Chi 2, but because with what they set up in the end of Shang-Chi, I enjoyed Shang-Chi. I would be all in for having a Shang-Chi 2, more likely than the show. No, for me, I'd rather have the movie than the show, but we'll probably get the show instead of the movie. So Shang-Chi 2, I'll leave that in there, or maybe the show. We'll see. Then we have the Mutants, any sort of mutant-related things. They've been setting it up with Miss Marvel and with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And Mutants, how they're setting it up is pretty cheesy, but if we get the Mutants, that'd be cool. Some sort of mutant-related thing. Like, I know we're getting Fantastic Four, and then we're going to be getting some mutant things in there probably. Even if we get Deadpool 3, that's sort of mutants. So, I think we probably will get something mutants-related other than X-Men 97 and Deadpool 3. I don't know if it will happen in Phase 6, but I'll keep it in there just for potential. Nova is another one people are talking about, and I guess she's sort of like Captain Marvel, but different, I'll go with. Nova, people have been talking about Nova for a while now and how it could be happening, if it is happening. I would say, sure, add Nova in. Crunch it in there with everything else. I know nothing about Nova, but this is one that I hear pretty constantly. It's sort of on the lower end where I'm like, sure, introduce another new character and give them more development. We're introducing Deadpool 3 into the MCU. We're Midnight Suns into the MCU, continuing Spider-Man, continuing Shang-Chi, introducing the mutants, and then Nova. It might be a bit too much for introductions, but even here we have Fantastic Four, and then Phase 5 is introducing a ton of stuff. So, Nova, interesting enough. We will see. Might happen. Doctor Strange 3. This one is another one that I'm like, will they do it that soon? Because it is the multiverse phase. No, the multiverse saga. And Doctor Strange 2 was the multi-universe of madness. They clearly set something up in the end of multi-universe of madness for Doctor Strange. I'm sort of looking forward to Doctor Strange 3 slightly. Doctor Strange 2 at the end of the day was a bit of a disappointment. I was hoping it would be better. But it was a fun enough ride, and I feel like Doctor Strange 3, if they did it, should be a lot more like uptight, like this is big consequences for the MCU sort of a thing. Would I be up for getting it? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen? So we'll see. Eternals 2, I hope they don't do this. Sorry, it's a very cheesy one, but not many people have been apparently photoshopping for Eternals 2 because nobody really cares. Some people want Eternals 2. I do not. How they ended with the post-credit scenes, that is the worst post-credit scene in the entire MCU. Right there with these people that I do not care about. Shows up. It is so weird. I do not want an Eternals 2. Will they make it? Maybe. And that's sort of creepy to me that they could make it Eternals 2. And if they did, they'd probably get the same director. They'd probably get Chloe Zhao, I think. Is that her name? And I would not want that, unfortunately. So Eternals 2, I do not want. Would it actually happen? I think Eternals 2 is a lot more likely than Thor 5, and is a lot more likely than, say, something like Nova, unfortunately. But, it's frustrating. I didn't really want Eternals 2 to happen, but it might. Then we have World War Hulk. People have been talking about this, where it's just a solo Hulk film. And I don't really think World War Hulk will happen. It might. There's potential. It could. But World War Hulk, I feel like we're finishing our thing with Hulk. We're closing the book on the Hulk right now with She-Hulk, with him passing the mantle. I don't feel like he's going to get his own show or movie or whatever World War Hulk would be. So, would it be cool to get it? Yes. I still think The Incredible Hulk is a great movie. Well, not great. Good enough movie. Like a 7.5 out of 10. Good enough. Not horrible. And World War Hulk would probably be an improvement, but I don't think that we need it. I think we've closed the book on the Hulk good enough. I think She-Hulk's going to set something up with She-Hulk and with different villains. I don't think it's going to set up a Hulk show. And if it does, great. It's nice to see him in the spotlight again. But do I actually think it's going to happen? Maybe. So, just to fill in the slots here, there's one slot in Phase 5, and I'll put Deadpool 3 in Phase 5. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. And then we have Fall 2024. We'll put Armor Wars right there. And Fall 2024. I'm going to... it's hard to figure out what would they actually put there, because that's only a year and a few months away. But I'm going to go with... I'm going to go probably the Midnight Suns. I'm feeling higher that the Midnight Suns has more potential than... Oh, wait, no. That's 2.5 years. Actually, yeah. I think Midnight Suns has potential then after 2.5 years with everything they've been setting up. And that would be after Blade. So, yeah. I think that would happen. Spider-Man 4 I'll put next for the winter 2024. Another Spider-Man movie, like 2 years after... No, 3 years after No Way Home. That's a good enough gap. And so I think that will happen. Next thing we have another winter 2024. No, winter 2020. Not. That says winter 2024. It's sort of a little crappy there, hard to see. I will put Shang-Chi or the Legend of the Ten Rings show there. And then we have spring 2023. I'm just going to put the Mutants there. That seems about right. And then spring 2020. Wait, that's 2025. But I think Nova. And then we have 2 more. Summer 2025, summer 2025. And if I had to cut one of these by how much I don't want it, it would be Eternals 2, obviously. But if I had to cut something by how much I think it's going to happen, I do not think World War Hulk is going to happen. It might, but I'm going to just cut it, unfortunately, and put Eternals 2 in that slot right in between Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars along with Doctor Strange 3. That's probably not what it's going to be. It's probably going to be some totally new show that I didn't even think of here. But if I had to rank how much I want these, I think the bottom of the list, obviously, would be Eternals 2. I do not care about the Eternals 2. Let me think. Second least would be, let me see. For Shang-Chi, it depends if it's going to be the show or the movie. I'll just say it's the movie, but I think it'll be a show. I think right below Eternals, ooh, this is hard. I think I'll put Armor Wars. I was looking forward to it, but my excitement level has sort of dwindled out a bit, even though it's probably going to happen. And then I think I will put Doctor Strange 3. It has potential, but after Doctor Strange 2, I'm a bit Doctor Stranged out. Next, I'll put the Mutants. There's potential. You know what? Actually, Nova and then the Mutants, because Nova, just, I don't really know anything about the character. The Mutants, I know a bit. And then I'll put Shang-Chi 2, because Shang-Chi 2 probably should be pretty good. And then I will put Midnight Suns, and then Deadpool 3 or Spider-Man 4. I'm going to go Spider-Man 4 number 2, and I'm really looking forward to Deadpool 3. So last place is Eternals 2, which I'm not looking forward to at all, and I hope it doesn't happen. And then Armor Wars, which I don't care. Doctor Strange 3, it'll have to win me over with a trailer, but since the little bit of letdown from Multiverse of Madness, I'm a bit Doctor Strange out. I've had enough. Nova, don't really know a bunch. It'd be fine if it comes. The Mutants, yeah, probably is going to happen eventually, and it'll be interesting to see what mutants they put in it. Shang-Chi 2 should be a fun time. And then the Midnight Suns, I think that would be actually really cool if they could get Ghost Rider and maybe, I think the Punisher might be in it. Blade, just get all those after Blade and combine them. That'd be cool, sort of like the Thunderbolts, but better. Spider-Man 4, obvious reasons. It's going to be great, probably going to be great. Spider-Man movies have, I don't think there's a bad Spider-Man movie, to be honest. And even my least favorite Spider-Man movie, we're not including Venom, of course. My least favorite Spider-Man movie, which I don't know what it would be right now. Maybe it'd still be the Amazing Spider-Man 2, is still like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 for me. I really enjoy every single Spider-Man movie. And then Deadpool 3, for obvious reasons. I am looking forward to seeing some more Deadpool. I rewatched the movies for my X-Men ranking, and I can't wait to see more of this character. So that's what I think is going to fill in the blanks for Phase 6 and one blank in Phase 5. Just tell me what you think will happen or what you want to happen. Because obviously this is what I think will happen and a bit of what I want to happen. But it's more of what I think will happen than what I want to happen. And then I'll rank them by how much I want to see them. So that is my ranking of them and just everything. So leave yours down below. I would like to know what you guys are looking forward to in Phase 6. With potential stuff, we have all these gaps. I think this will all be revealed in the Disney Plus Day in September. So I think I might go back and rewatch this video, see if I got anything right. But until then, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to Max Reviews. Leave your comments down below, your thoughts, and what could be filling in these slots here. Braden out. Yeah.